Hi, everybody. My name is Mary Angela Saavedra. I'm the director of the Center on the Hill, and it is time for all the answers to the last 5 rounds of That's So 80s. Thanks so much for playing. I've had so much fun reading all the answers to these 15 rounds, and I've learned a lot about a decade I thought I knew a lot about. So it was really eye-opening. So here are the last 5 rounds worth of answers for you to check your answers if you've been playing along at home. Here we go. First, round 11, we'll start with that. Question 1. Which spacecraft flew within 18,650 miles of Neptune in 1989? I remember this. It was Voyager 2. That was a very big deal. Question 2 was, this is a line from the theme tune, I guess they mean like theme music, of which TV show? Where everybody knows your name. Theme song. That's it. This is a line from the theme song of which TV show? Where everybody knows your name. It was Cheers. Cheers. Everybody knew your name at Cheers. Question 3. What was the license plate on the car driven by the Ghostbusters? What did it say on the license plate on the car driven by the Ghostbusters? It said Ecto 1. Question 4. Who said or sang that? Respect yourself and all of those around you. That was a song lyric by Adam and the Ants and their hit single, Prince Charming. Question 5. Name the brothers in the rock band Van Halen. This was music, obviously. It would be Alex and Eddie Van Halen, were the Van Halen brothers. Question 6 was art and literature. Which artist, famous for leading the pop artist movement, died in 1987? So which artist, famous for leading the pop art movement, died in 1987? That was Andy Warhol. Question 7 was sports. Which awesome duo won the ice dancing gold medal at the 1984 Winter Olympics? I remember this because I watched it in real time, and me and my mom have watched this like a 1,000 times since. It was Jane Torval and Christopher Dean. They did that amazing ice dance to Bolero. It was really, really fantastic. Like perfect 10s across the board. It was crazy. Question 8, pop culture. Which item of clothing did everyone want to wear above their dance shoes after the movie Fame came out? If you didn't have leg warmers and you were a girl in the 80s, I don't know what you were doing fashion-wise. It was definitely leg warmers. Question 9, hobbies and technology. Which range of toys featured a horseshoe points on the packaging that could be redeemed for discounts? Well, those are My Little Pony, of course. And question 10, news and politics. Which member of the British royal family was born June 21st, 1982? If you said Prince William, you were correct. So then we were on to round 12. Round 12, question 1, science and exploration. In 1985, who became the first climber to summit the highest mountain in each of the 7 continents? His name was Richard Bass. Did not know that. Question 2 was TV. In which TV series does Dr. Sam Beckett jump into the body of a different person each week due to a time travel experiment gone wrong? One of my favorite 80s television shows, Quantum Leap. Question 3, movies. Name the hotel in The Shining that had everyone wigging out. It was called the Overlook Hotel. I did not know that. Admittedly, I haven't seen The Shining in many, many years, but I don't think I remembered the name of the hotel. Question 4, who said or sang that? But I made up my mind, I'm keeping my baby. That was Madonna in her hit song, Papa Don't Preach. Question 5, music. In what year did Kiss unmask? When did they stop wearing all the makeup? Although I don't know if they ever really did because I've seen them in it, but I guess technically they stopped doing that in 1983. Question 6, art and literature. A young Latina girl, Esperanza Cordero, searches for a better life in which bestseller by Sandra Cisneros? This book is called The House on Mango Street. Question 7, sports. In 1986, which golfer became the oldest player to win the Masters? That was Jack Nicklaus. Question 8, pop culture. How many letters are in the 80s alphabet according to a well-known joke? I had never heard this joke and I did not know this answer. 22. E.T. went home and somebody shot JR. So there's no E or T and there's no J or R in the 80s alphabet apparently. So 22. Question 9, hobbies and technology. In 1986, which album became the first to sell 1 million copies on CD? That would have been Brothers in Arms by Dire Straits. And question 10, news and politics. The Single European Act came into effect in which year? That was in 1987. I'm still not 100% sure what the Single European Act is. I need to Google that. I maybe will after this. All right, now on to round 13. Round 13, that's So 80's question 1 was science and exploration. And it was, which car did Michael J. Fox use to time travel back to the future? If you didn't know that was a DeLorean, I don't know what movie you were watching. Question 2, TV. Which slapstick comedy explores the relationship of distant cousins Balky and Larry? It was on Must See TV on Friday nights, and that was Perfect Strangers. Question 3, movies. What's the name of the pizza place in Do the Right Thing? A movie I've seen a lot of and totally couldn't remember the name. It was Sal's Famous Pizza. Question 4, who said or sang that? You look good wearing my future. It's one of the best lines from one of my favorite 80's movies. That was Keith in the movie Some Kind of Wonderful. Question 5, music. Who uttered these immortal words? Oh, Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. You're singing the song right now in your head, aren't you? Her name was Toni Basil, and the song was Mickey. Question 6, art and literature. Name the first book from Francine Pascal's Sweet Valley High book series. Pleased to say I never read these books because I was a little bit too old when they came out. But the first book in that series was called Double Love. Question 7, sports. Which boxer won the world middleweight title from Alan Minter? His name was Marvin Hagler. Question 8, pop culture. Which Somalian beauty who rocked the fashion scene in the 80's went on to marry David Bowie? Her name is Iman. Question 9, hobbies and technology. Who was the principal protagonist in the Legend of Zelda video game? His name is Link. He's one of the main characters, Link. Question 10, news and politics. Which U.S. transport system was shut down for a 21-month rebuild in September of 1982? This was a big deal when it happened, I remember. It was the San Francisco cable cars. It took them offline for almost 2 years to repair them, redo the tracks, give all new cars, and now they're back in business and better than ever. All right, round 14. Round 14, question 1, science and exploration. Calypso, discovered in 1980, is a moon of which planet? It is a moon of Saturn. Question 2, TV. Which 1985 anthology series created by Steven Spielberg featured fantasy, science fiction, and horror stories? That series was called Amazing Stories. If you don't know this, Apple TV has brought it back now. There's only 4 episodes, but they started it up again during the pandemic, and it's really great. It was a great series then. It's a great series now. Question 3, movies. What color must the sorcerer's future bride have in Big Trouble? Sorry, what color eyes? What color eyes must the sorcerer's future bride have in Big Trouble in Little China? She must have green eyes. Question 4, who said or sang that? God would not have had any freedom to choose how the universe began. Who said or sang that? It was Stephen Hawking. Question 5, music. Who was the lead singer of Blondie? Her name, Debbie Harry. Question 6, art and literature. Name the Lois Lowry novel about the escape of a Jewish family from Copenhagen in World War II. The name of that book is called Number the Stars. Question 7, sports. Which Celtic star won the NBA Most Valuable Player Award in 1984 to 1986? That was Larry Bird. He's pretty much the only Celtic I know. Question 8, pop culture. Which nylon sack worn around the waist was practical, stylish, and an excellent place to keep spare change to use the payphone? The 80's, remember? It's the fanny pack, also known as the bum bag or like a hip pack. Got all kinds of different names. Interestingly enough, they're making a comeback, and it's a little bit terrifying. Question 9, hobbies and technology. What type of toy was the choice toy in 1984 called the Tamiya grasshopper. So, what type of toy was the 1984 Tamiya grasshopper? It was a remote control car. Never heard of it. Question 10, news and politics. In 1988, Ronald Reagan ordered a U.S. embassy to be torn down. In what city? In Moscow. I did not know the U.S. embassy was torn down in Moscow in 1988. I'm sure rebuilt in a different place or something, but there it was. All right, finally, round 15, the last round of That's So 80s. Question 1, science and exploration. In 1981, Sydney and Eleanor Kahn became the first to fly over the North Pole in what? Flew over it in a hot air balloon. Question 2, TV. Name the TV sitcom starring Christopher Hewitt as a man who takes a job as a butler with an American family. That was Mr. Belvedere. Question 3, movies. In Mystic Pizza, what excellent slogan was on the t-shirts the girls wore when working at the restaurant? Their shirt said, "A slice of heaven." Question 4, who said or sang that? "You turn if you want to, the lady's not for turning." That was Margaret Thatcher. Question 5, music. Who sang lead vocal on the hit single Eye of the Tiger by Survivor? That was Dave Bickler. Never heard of him, had no idea. Question 6, art and literature. The character Arkady Renko, a Moscow homicide investigator, first appears in which novel by American author Martin Cruz Smith? The book is called Gorky Park. Question 7, sports. Which quarterback threw for 48 touchdowns in 1984? 48 touchdowns in 1 year. Oof. It was Dan Marino. That makes sense. Question 8, pop culture. Leading lady Carrie Fisher played which iconic princess in multiple 80s movies? If you don't know Carrie Fisher was Princess Leia, I don't know what rock you've been living under, but she was, in fact, Princess Leia. Question 9, hobbies and technology. In Pac-Man, which bonus fruit was available in the first round of play? The first round of play, the only fruit you could get was cherries. And finally, question 10, news and politics. In which year was Neil Kinnock elected leader of the British Labour Party? He was elected in 1983. That is all the answers to rounds 11 through 15 of That's So 80s. Thanks so much for playing. I hope you had a good time. A new game will be coming out next week. Not sure what it's going to be yet. I'm still looking into some fun ones, but it will be our last game, our last online interactive trivia game. So thank you for playing. Have a great rest of your day, everybody, and